If there's one thing in my life that I thoroughly enjoy, it's long storylines and far-fetched theories. And that's exactly what Stranger Things consists of. And today we're going to be talking about one of the most talked about topics in the last few days because Eddie Munson here on the screen caught all of our hearts who watched Stranger Things throughout the entirety of season 4. And he died a very sad death, but almost like a pointless death. Almost a death that didn't feel wholehearted and it didn't feel like the right way to go for Eddie Munson. For the role that he played, the emotional attachment that he gave us, I don't think that Eddie Munson had the death that he deserved. So today I'm going to be mentioning the theories and the evidence that I have that could potentially say or could potentially prove that Eddie Munson could be alive in season 5. Now, this could be me talking in denial. This could be me on the second stage of the grief denial and whatever it is when someone dies or someone, our favorite character dies. But I promise you this isn't to give you false hope. And remember, it's just a theory. So don't get mad at me. I love Eddie Munson just as much as you do. Before we get into it, guys, make sure to drop likes and subscribe. I'm posting daily TV show content over here. But yeah, guys, without further ado, let's get into it. So Eddie Munson was a hero. And he played a leader role throughout the entirety of Stranger Things Season 4. He was, a leader of the Hellfire Club. Mike, Lucas, Dustin, and Erica all got connected to him. And it was weird because at the end of Season 4, he died, right? But nobody was grieving besides Dustin and Eddie's dad. So Mike, Lucas, and Erica didn't even recognize that Eddie was gone. And nobody else did either. And Dustin was not the only one who was connected with Eddie. And Steve was too, so was Nancy, so was Robin. So it's kind of weird that he wasn't even mentioned at the end of season 4. And another thing is, Eddie didn't die a normal death. I know a lot of arguments are going to be based around the fact that, the first 3 seasons, there was characters that they let us get attached to, then they killed them off. And now Eddie's in that same boat. I think Eddie's death circumstance was way more significant than any of the other previous deaths. I know Bob died from Demogorgon, but just listen to this. Eddie Munson died in a supernatural world, in the Upside Down, in the most important part of Stranger Things, the origin of Stranger Things. Season 5 is based around the Upside Down, and that's where Eddie Munson died, okay? Let that sink in real quick. This isn't an ordinary death. And not only is that world supernatural, but it's set in the past. It's literally 3 years behind the world that we know as Hawkins. You know what I'm saying? That is huge. That is crazy. And on top of that, sorry, my mind just went completely blank. But on top of that, apparently the Duffer Brothers said that the demo bats cannot kill. And they said this in an interview. I've yet to find the interview. If any of you guys can find it, let me know. But I've heard thousands of people say this, so I'm not the only one. And I didn't get told that by one person. So apparently they said that. And if that's the case, then there's really no way Eddie Munson's dead, in my opinion. Dustin, he could have passed out in Dustin's arms. And if he did, Dustin wouldn't have been able to carry him through that portal regardless. So he's in the Upside Down. And I know another theory is that Vecna took over his body. Let's all hope that's not the case, because if that's the case, then it'll ruin Eddie's storyline. But all I know is that the Duffer Brothers are not stupid. In fact, they're probably the greatest writers in cinematic history. You know what I'm saying? This Stranger Things storyline emotionally attached so many people across the world, and it was just insane. So they're not stupid. They know that we got attached to Eddie Munson. They know that we're pissed off that they wrote him off and that he died and everything. So they're not stupid. I think that they knew this was going to happen. And it's a possibility that he's still alive with all the things taken into consideration, and it just I didn't believe it at first either, guys. I was like, dude, don't even give me false hope. Eddie was literally one of the best characters. I cried when he died and all this stuff. But whenever they pointed out that he died in a supernatural world and this isn't an ordinary death, it's unique. He played such a huge role. He was a leader. It just didn't make sense. Why would they bring a high school failure, I guess you could say, into the story just to let him run from everything the entire show, go through all this trauma just to run in the storm and die? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I guess it could potentially just go along with that theory that you guys have, where they bring in characters for one season, kill them off, boom. You know what I'm saying? But we all know that Eddie was more connected to the show than Alexi, Bob, and Barb, or whoever the season 1 was. Like, I don't know. I just feel like we need to take this in consideration. I don't think it's 100% that Eddie's alive, but I definitely think that it's like a 50-50. I think it's a 50-50. We're obviously going to hear more stuff over the next 2 years. 2 years, yeah. 2 years until Stranger Things comes out, so that's going to be sad. But I do think that we need to take this in consideration and maybe do a little bit more research. But all I'm saying is that Eddie Munson could still be alive. I'm not saying he is. He could still be alive. But then again, this could just be me grieving in denial. But who knows, guys? Let me know if you guys have any other theories send them down below in the comments. And make sure to drop a like on this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. I appreciate you guys stopping by at this video. And I'm going to be posting daily TV show content. So I appreciate you guys. And yeah, let's hope that the hero of Hawkins is still alive. Peace out.